by this crowd. I think I told you last year, I have never in my life been surrounded by so many like-minded pro-life people in my life. And when they called me, when Kathy said, can you come this year? I said, I don't want to be anywhere but there with you to celebrate life in the state of Indiana. I stood here last year and told you I was willing to take on Planned Parenthood wasn't because I thought I was anything in and of myself, but I did that. I took on Planned Parenthood. I continue to take on Planned Parenthood because I don't want your tax dollars from hard-working Hoosiers. In many cases in my district, you know, we have an RV industry that is just now rebuilding itself in Elkhart County. I come from Elkhart and St. Joe County. If I can tell you this, folks, I feel in my spirit that the battle of life in the United States of America and the state of Indiana is winning, and the spirit of life is about ready to burst through this country because of you. There's more of you in this building today than last year, and I was so energized when I left here last year. I talk about you in Allen County wherever I go. And I talk about how empowering it is to stand here as an elected official and know in the committees I sit on public policy, when I looked right smack dab in the executive director's eyes of Planned Parenthood and made the commitment to her that I would continue to fight, whether I was fighting here in the state of Indiana or as right now I'm running for Congress. I don't care what level it is. I don't think taxpayers should pay for abortions in this state or this nation. I'll fight to defeat it. For some reason, when I say that, it sends terror into the hearts of those people that are pushing for this. I don't know why, because I was the only person on that committee that day that was fighting that. But I'll tell you why. Because those people know that in the state of Indiana and the United States of America, when forces like us stand up and they may say, oh, it's just one woman, the reality is they know there are hundreds of thousands of folks behind us, and if it wasn't true, the health care bill would not have been held up by the issue of life. And to assure you that your voices count, your voice is being heard, it's being heard in Indiana, and Nelson Peters is right. But let me tell you something. Let me just expand on one thing that Nelson said. Nelson is a hero in my mind, and let me tell you, I came today because I'm a huge fan of Kathy Umbarger. She is a warrior on the front line that has turned this state around almost all by herself. But let me tell you something. This is what I've learned in my battle to defund this taxpayer money going to fund abortions. It's one thing to vote for people who claim they're pro-life, and they hide behind votes. I am sick and tired, as you probably are, of people who orchestrate, who manipulate this issue, who don't stand for what's right. They hide behind votes. They try to kill these bills. You better elect people that'll lead folks, that'll stand up, square their shoulders, look these folks in the eye and say, I'm not going to hide behind a vote. I will lead on the issue. I'll defeat the issue. I will represent life. And that's who you have on this platform right now. And I can tell you this. Cost to this stuff. You better believe they come after me as a conservative woman who can look them in the eye and say I believe in life. And you better believe they come to defeat us in every form and fashion. But folks, I will guarantee you this, I'll continue to stand until the day I can't stand anymore to tell you I will lead on this issue, and in my lifetime we will see the end of taxpayer funded abortion. So thanks for